Yeah, as you may know, I'm really a guy kind of prefer to use this fuel heater to heating up my room. I'm not a big fan of air conditioner. I think the wind coming from the air conditioner doesn't really making me feel that comfortable. I saw this from some of those Japanese homes, and I think it's a great idea to heating up a room. I bought this one. They have this kind of separate tank, fuel tank. For the fuel, they use the diesel. I believe it is diesel. It uses kerosene. Sorry, not diesel. It uses a kerosene as the fuel. Over here on this side, they have this kind of a small window. So when I fill up the fuel from here, I can see it. Therefore, I don't overfill it. It uses weight to change this kind of indication that there is a little mechanism inside. When I put the tank in, when the tank is full, because it weighs quite a lot, so it kind of pushes that little mechanism down. So over here it shows blue color. I mean, maybe I can show you. Now the tank is empty, so it's quite light. I'll put it there. You can see it's still red. I don't know if you can see it, but if I push it a little bit, then it shows blue. Therefore, I know, oh, now it's full. At least I don't have to fill it soon. When it shows red, it doesn't mean like the stove would go off immediately, because there is something kind of fuel underneath here. So when it shows red, meaning I have to refill the tank pretty soon. So yeah, and so therefore I lift it. I usually use a little tissue to prevent some kind of drop. Here I have 25 liters kerosene, so I have to use this special tool to open it. To refill this tank, I have to use this pump to manually pumping the fuel into this tank. So I put one side here, and just squeeze this red thing. So the fuel just goes in like that. I believe this tank contains 1 gallon of fuel, so it holds quite a lot, I think. When it's full, it almost shows kind of blackish color. When it's empty, it's kind of a bright yellow color like that. So yeah, now it's quite heavy, and you want to test it a little bit, make sure it doesn't leak. So it's not leaking over there. I can use hold this handle and put it. And put it back on there, and actually now you can see this little window now shows blue. When the first time you fill up this tank, make sure you put it back in, and you wait for like 20 or 30 minutes to make sure the wick kind of soaked completely. Then you want to ignite it. So you don't want to put the fuel there and you ignite it immediately. It might doesn't even ignite at all. The wick inside there, it doesn't even getting that much of fuel yet. So you have to wait for a little bit. I have already waited long enough. I think now I finally could ignite it, and let's see how it looks. During the ignition period, it has a little bit smells, so I usually put it outdoors, so I don't get too much of those bad smell in my place. So let me get it out. So yeah, here we go. So I've got to turn this knob, put it to the ignition position, and now I press this ignition button there. Now I will close the door so I don't get that smell into my place, and you can see some kind of flame coming up. When this thing already lit, when we move in it, we have to be careful. We don't want to tilt it too much. We don't want to shake it. If it makes a little bit noise, you can adjust this kind of a little, I don't know how you call it, a chimney kind of thing. You kind of turn it or move it a little bit or wiggle it a little bit, so until it doesn't make any kind of weird noise. It doesn't have any noise. It's really quiet, and it's really hot, and you can even cooking something over there. You can put your pot over there. You can boil some water or do some other stuff, or maybe make some grills. I hope you enjoyed it, and if your environment is capable of using this kind of thing, maybe you can give it a try. At least I really like it. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.